Okay, so all Xavier Worthy can do is run straight and run really fast. And if you're asking Cam Taylor-Britt, that's about it. That's all he can do. Are the Bengals giving the Chiefs offense bulletin board material? And is this a good move, Akbar?
Yes, it's bulletin board material. But look, if you're a professional football player, you don't need external motivation. But this is a very interesting one to pick on. You don't go picking on the biggest dude in the yard. You don't go picking on the fastest dude in the yard. Xavier Worthy is extremely fast. I want to show you how fast he is. I'm going to go over here real quick.
Okay.
I got to show you this.
Run?
He's up. Have you stretched?
There's this sweep play here. Are we going to put it in here, over here? Is this where we're going with it?
Let's go.
Okay, at some point. So you guys remember that end around, right? That sweep play where Worthy is running through. And he's talking about, well, if you're small, you're fast, you know, you only weigh so much. I want you to remember this play. He comes in here on this around. Look at this. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys, I'm counting, I believe here, that could not touch him. The great Muhammad Ali once said, you can't hit what you can't see. He's moving so fast, you can't see it. Like, look at this. I want you to see it in real play right now. Look at this. Look at this. Look at how many guys are coming. 1, 2, we got an in over here. Boom. Nobody touched him. Nobody touched him. This one just barely grazed him. 6 guys he runs by. That is extremely fast. When you can run through 6 NFL guys who can run 4 4s, 4 5s, and you can't touch him, I don't care if he weighs 90 pounds. Like, that is somebody you have to pay attention to. Xavier Worthy might run a 4-1 on this guy just because he's popping off.
Yeah, you know, and to Cam Taylor's defense, he is telling truth in a way. Okay, hear me out. We talked yesterday about the most dynamic runner that Devontae Adams said is Lamar. You know why Lamar is so hard as a ball carrier to tackle? Is because not only is he fast, but he's shifty. You see, in an NFL game, everybody's fast. Now you have Worthy kind of fast, that's different. However, if you don't have the jukes, there's an angle that I can take on you where I'll get you. That guy that you said that just barely grazed him, that's a linebacker. So he took an angle that allowed him to graze a Worthy as he's running. Great, right. But it's a linebacker that probably runs a 4 or whatever to a guy that runs a 4-2-1. Just watch this linebacker. Like, see what I'm talking about with an angle? With a shifty guy, there is no angle where you'll be correct. That's what makes Tyreek Hill so dangerous. It's not only is Tyreek Hill blindly fast, but this guy will shake you out your boots. And that's the guy from a defender standpoint. I'd rather go against a shifty guy than the fast guy, because a shifty guy, there's no angle that I can take on you. The fast guy, I can take an angle where eventually I'll catch you. I kind of make that comparison between Lamar Jackson and a Colin Kaepernick. Both very dangerous, but I'd rather go against a Colin, not saying that he's not dangerous, than a Lamar Jackson.
I think it comes down to a preference thing, right? It's a preference thing as far as what your strength and what your weakness is. I mean, there's good and bad on both sides of them. Yeah, you can say that you can try to angle them, but that is extremely hard when you try to angle somebody, take an angle on somebody who's moving that fast. So I think the way he was kind of presenting it in a way.
That's the delivery.
Yeah, it was the delivery. Like, hold on, you can't just ignore Xavier Worthy's speed. It is crucial. That's why they moved up to get him.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, they did, and I love that Cam Taylor-Britt has a take about him. I enjoy this. I enjoy this kind of rhetoric and soundbite. I know in this era we're supposed to all clutch our pearls and faint anytime anybody says something remotely disrespectful about another team. It used to be this way, and I like it this way. I don't even like bulletin board material. Are there even bulletin boards anymore? Do people even still use those things? Isn't it all digital at this point? It's so old-fashioned, and the reason I like it is because the Chiefs have credibility. But the Bengals do too. The Bengals can talk a little about the Chiefs if they want. They don't like the Chiefs. They're not trying to hide it. I saw Jamar Chase in the top NFL 100. He doesn't even want to say Mahomes' name. I don't think that's shtick. I don't think it's an act. And the Bengals can talk a little bit about it. They have beaten the Chiefs. They've beaten the Chiefs in games that matter. They've done it. They've beaten the Chiefs in Arrowhead. It's not somebody else who's just yapping at them, trying to knock them off the throne. This is a team that has knocked him off the throne. They don't like him. So when they come in and they got all these questions about some skinny little fast rookie, Cam Taylor-Britt's like, so what? We're going to knock him on his butt, and I hope I do it myself on the first play. That's cool, guys. That's football. That's honest. That's competition. He didn't give some blasé, cliche soundbite. He doesn't like this rookie. He wants to knock him down. And we're going to find out about the Chiefs, not level of excellence, which we already know. We'll find out about the Chiefs' level of petty in this game. Because if you're Mahomes or Reed or anybody up there, you see this. You already know you don't like the Bengals. Let's draw something up for the rook again. Maybe we give him the ball when we're up already 20 and we'll go down the sideline for it, and we'll see how skinny and how useless he is outside of speed. But the last note is also like, the Bengals were really bad week one, really flat, had no fire, had no edge whatsoever. I think they need some of this. I think that they need this matchup, but I also think they need this soundbite from a guy who's been there, who's a made guy, to say, no, like, I'm going to fire up this locker room, and we're not going to get run through by some rookie just because he runs a fast time. I enjoy this. I wish there was more of this, and now I want to watch the game even more.
Kyle, it's great. I mean, Jamar Chase, it's fantastic off-season fodder when the star wide receiver for the Bengals won't say an opposing quarterback's name. Are we going to hear your name, Jamar Chase, on Sunday? Are we going to hear Joe Burrow's name? Yeah. Because you two did not have this connection. You haven't practiced together all off-season. All we're talking about is the fact that Jamar Chase is in street clothes during practice. So there's that side of it, which is like, that's fine. You can do this about a rookie. He's just a rookie. Don't talk about him like that. But on the flip side, I actually appreciate this from Cam Taylor-Britt, because like when you have a huge win and the coach says, we'll celebrate this for 24 hours and then we got to move on. If you have a really bad beat, which the Bengals did against the Patriots last weekend, you also have to be able to move on. I would be more concerned for the Bengals if the players are standing up in the locker room and saying, we're still really rattled by what happened to us last week, and I don't want to talk about our next opponent. No, they put that in their rear view. They said that was last week's team. This is this week's team. And frankly, as football fans, I'm hoping for something different for the Bengals to come out against the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah,